Nobody will ever be able to guess who did it.
I don't know. This is a guess. This is a guess.
We know who stabbed Gary, but we not telling nobody. Unless you pay us. We gotta get out of it. Nothing. Zach don't know nothing.
I know this sounds crazy, but I feel like Jasmine is still lurking around. His first ex-wife. Or maybe it's another wife. You know, Gary.
Okay, folks, so SCAD TV Fest put out a clip interviewing the cast of Sisters about who stabbed Gary. And I loved on Twitter how people are like, you know what, at this point, I stabbed Gary. I don't give a F-U-C-K about it. Well, yeah, you had Zach, Fatima, Maurice, Gary, Sabrina, Andy, and Danny all talking about it. And I'm just sitting here like, 5 more episodes. 5 more episodes of this, but... Oh, actually, what is it? It's the 11th, February 11th when I'm recording this. And if I'm not mistaken, the season finale is dropping March 12th. So we probably got to wait another month before we finally find out. And at this point, I would not be surprised if they stretch this into season 9. I just feel like we're not going to find out. Now, I got to give it up to Novi because she said, I think it was Jasmine. Maybe, remember his ex-wife? Or it just could be another person that he possibly married because, Gary, his past runs deep, And Zach was like, and I'm calling the characters, I'm calling the actors by their character name. It's like, well, Zach knows, we're not going to tell you unless they pay us at this point. Well, no, I would say just let me know your Cash App or Venmo, but I don't care. I've talked about it to death. And honestly, even if I was right, I won't feel proud of myself. You know why? Because I've guessed it months ago, and this is theoretically if I am right, but I guessed it months ago. Remember, right after the season 7 finale, I did that video with like 17 different suspects, and I did like an order of most likely to least likely. And then from there, it just felt like this this season was going through different suspects. It's like, hey, I think we know who did it. But then it's like, uh-oh, here's a twist. And I think I did a video a couple of weeks ago, which embodied what I feel like was one of the major missteps of the season. Zach and Fatima's murder suspect board, which was a great idea. I don't think it was properly utilized. Like, this season could have been one of those things where pictures could be taken or added to the murder suspect board as the episodes went on. And then if they threw a curveball at us, it's like, yo, this is crazy because it makes you feel like, it might feel like the rug is pulled from underneath our feet. Like, what was the point of paying attention if they were going in a completely different direction? But the element of surprise might have helped the storyline because everybody's saying the same thing. This has been dragged out for way too long. How do we get a show which gives us more episodes than the average season of any other show on television or streaming, yet it feels like we're getting nowhere? Seriously, because if I'm not mistaken, we usually get between 1.5 to 2 full seasons of Sisters per year, which is 44 episodes. And think about all the hit shows on streaming platforms, which only come out with like a season a year with less than a dozen episodes, yet they're held in a much higher regard. Kind of sad when you think about it. But yeah, I mean, the concept of us being surprised and Maurice saying we're never going to guess it. Brother, I made almost 20 different suspects in compelling arguments. Trust and believe, I probably guessed who did it. It's just that they're stretching the story out longer than it needs to. So, I don't know. Also, I need to look online. Apparently, the cast had a great time at this festival. Everybody looks good. Looks like they had a great time. I know some people on Instagram probably posted stuff. I just haven't had the time to sit down and check it out. But as always, thanks for sending this stuff to me. I do appreciate it. But yeah, I just really think that this storyline needs to, I don't know, just be over with. Yep. So that's all I got for you. If you want to check out the full, clip that they posted, I'll leave a link in the comment section below. But as always, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.